And today's real estate tip of the week is if the numbers work, buy it.
Yeah, we really wanted to put this out there because we've got people on the fence, Tim. And first off, if we're going to put this out there, we have to help you understand what's going on with the market. And the first thing that's going on is net migration. Tim, what's going on?
Yeah, we've got, well, as everybody's read in the news these days, there's 1 million people coming to Canada every year. And of that million, we get about 25 to 30,000 in Calgary. So we have a ton of people coming in, and we're not building enough houses to house them all. So that's putting a crunch on supply.
Yeah, so we really need you guys to understand this because it leads to our next point, Tim, that everything is selling. So everything that's coming on the market, as quickly as it comes on, it goes off, it gets sold. So you know what? This isn't going to slow down. You may be sitting there wondering, well, you know what? I can wait, Tim. It's not going to slow down because of those factors. People are moving here from Toronto, from Vancouver. There was an article in the paper, and this is what really scares us. We're talking about it just before this meeting. The articles are so positive in all of the newspapers across the country about Calgary that's just going to spur on more activity. So everything's going to keep going. And you might be sitting there thinking, have I missed the boat? We'll get into that. But we believe you haven't, and the market will continue upwards for some time. We've got plenty of room to go.
Yeah, and the next thing that we want to touch on is that everything is selling. Now, what do we mean by that? We mean as soon as we put houses on the market these days, we're getting multiple offers. They're selling within the first week. And this is what we're pretty much seeing on any decent property that comes on. So when you see everything selling that's coming on the market, that should spur you on to getting what you want now, because it's only going to drive prices in the future.
Yeah. And you know what? The next point is, we see this all the time, is that you'll regret it. If you sit on the sidelines, we see people say it all the time. I should have bought last year. I should have bought 6 months ago. And you know what? We feel if you wait even longer, you're going to regret it even more. And at the end of the day, Tim, that leads to our next point as well.
Yeah, the next point is it'll be harder to take action if you wait longer. I was out with a couple that had recently moved to Alberta from Ontario, and they moved to the Chestermere area, and they were looking for a rental property. And they were saying that their previous realtor told them to wait on buying this investment property, and they've been waiting for a couple of years now, and all they've seen is prices go up. They were kind of regretting that, if they would have bought 2 years ago, they would have bought it for 100,000 less. But they still wanted to move forward, so we were out there looking for a property. Yeah. We ran into these issues, not being able to find a whole lot of inventory, but they know that if they buy right now, they're going to be able to capture the market as it moves up in the future.
Yeah. So you know what? At the end of the day, prices are going to continue to go upward. So if you could take action sooner, that's better. But getting back to our point today is, if the numbers work, take action, buy it, because you know what? You'll just be paying more down the road.
Yeah. So that's our real estate tip of the week. We have plenty more of these tips on our Crew TV YouTube channel. Just log on to Crew TV, and you can catch these tips that we put out every single week.
Yeah, subscribe to it and you won't miss all those tips.